An MH370 investigator has claimed the doomed plane was intercepted by a fighter jet, and the final report into the jet's disappearance proves it. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 vanished above the Indian Ocean as it made its way from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing on March 8, 2014. All efforts to track down the plane, which had 239 people on board, have failed. Last month, the Malaysian government released their final report into the disappearance of the plane, and concluded there are still no answers to what happened. But one volunteer investigator believes the report proves the Boeing 777 was intercepted by a fighter plane before it vanished. Andre Milne showed Daily Star Online a picture showing the velocity of the aircraft shows it reaching 58,200 feet. The only plane capable of that is a very specific type of high-altitude fighter jet that is made in Russia called the Sukhoi Su-30. The jets are operated by the Royal Malaysian Air Force. Mr. Milne, founder of military technology developer Unicorn Aerospace, said, a jet fighter was deployed to intercept MH370. The discovery of this suppressed evidence raises serious issues on multiple levels ranging from total loss of credibility for the Malaysian government to the culpability factor that the Malaysian government is now subject to for the overall disappearance of the passengers and the crew. This also means that virtually every single MH370 disclosure made by the government is now suspect as being a fabrication. The fact a fighter jet was deployed in spite of repeated denials with the bizarre explanation that the mystery radar returns approaching Malaysian airspace were deemed as friendly strongly suggests that the radar returns were in fact deemed the opposite of friendly as now being deemed as hostile and/or a threat. This begs the question as to exactly when MH370 was deemed as now being a threat to Malaysian airspace. We now certainly all know the government did send up jet fighter aircraft, which means the entire chain of command and control was put on high alert to deal with this hostile threat. That means multiple efforts to attempt direct communication with the pilots and/or the hijackers would have been engaged by the Malaysian Air Traffic Control to attempt a negotiated agreement for the safe return of the passengers and of the crew. Obviously the discussions with the hijackers failed as the passengers were never recovered. The Malaysian government and Air Force have been contacted for a comment. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur and was heading to Beijing with 239 people on board. But at 12:14 a.m. on March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines lost contact with the jet close to Phuket Island in the Strait of Malacca. Before that, Malaysian authorities believe the last words heard from the plane, from either the pilot or co-pilot, was "Good night Malaysian 370. Satellite pings from the aircraft suggest it continued flying for around 7 hours when the fuel would have run out. A huge search of the seabed failed to find any wreckage, and there are a number of alternative theories as to its fate. The final report last month was met with fierce criticism. The 449-page document only deepened the mystery, by ruling out the popular early theory of pilot suicide and revealing that the plane's sudden change in direction was a deliberate maneuver by somebody in the cockpit. The lack of answers comes despite £110 million being spent on the investigation, and the painstaking study of everything from the species of barnacles growing on the 3 meager pieces of debris to have ever been found, to the backgrounds of every single one of the people aboard. The uncertainty has prompted France to declare it was opening its own report. Earlier this week, Daily Star Online revealed the potential location of the wreckage.
Delivery Malaysia 370, good morning.
Malaysian 370 standby and Malaysian 6 is cleared to Frankfurt via Agosa Alpha departure. 6,000 feet squawk 2106.
Clear to Frankfurt, Agosa Alpha departure, 6,000 feet squawk 2106, Malaysian 6.
Malaysian 6, over the ground, good day. Malaysian 370, request level.
370, we are ready, requesting flight level 350 to Beijing.
Malaysian 370 is cleared to Beijing via P-Boss Alpha departure, 6,000 feet, squawk 2157.
Beijing, people San Fran 6000, squawk 2157, Malaysian 370, thank you.
Malaysian 370, welcome over the ground.
Good day, sir. Malaysian 370, good morning. 21, requesting push and start. Good morning, push back and start, push runway 3 to right, exit via Sierra 4. Push back start, push to right, exit Sierra 4, PRP 239 Mike Romeo Oscar. Copy. 370, request taxi. Good. Right, Hotel Bravo. Malaysian 370, you are unreadable, say again. Malaysian 370, taxi to Oripan Alpha 11, runway 3 to right via standard route, Hotel Bravo. Alpha 11, standard route, Hotel Bravo, Malaysian 370. Malaysian Express 6. This is Satuan program, continue. Bravo, November 2, Foxtrot, please. Bravo, November 2 for 30, Asian Express 6121. Station. Alpha Alpha Hotel Zulu. Please contact Tower 8-8, good night. Tower 118-8, Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Tower. Malaysia 370. Good morning, Hotel Alpha 10, to right. Alpha 10, Malaysia 370. This is line up to Alpha 10. Yeah, line up to Alpha 10, Malaysia 6. 370, line up to Alpha 10. Line up to Alpha 10, Malaysia 370. 370, 3 to right of takeoff. Nice. 3 to right of takeoff, Malaysia 37. Thank you, direct Ikari, Malaysian 1370.
370, contact lampu radar 1326, good night.
Alright, 1326, Malaysian 370.
Shares press 1.
Lampu control, Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, lampu radar, good morning, climb flight level 250.
Morning, level 250, Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, climb flight level 350.
Climb level 350, Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370, maintaining level 350.
Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, maintaining level 350.
Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9, good night.
Good night, Malaysian 370.